The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Mike, here we go. Like 20! That's right. Lock! Undercut. Kill. 21.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 4. 21. Here we go. SOS.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
13.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On the carry, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 56. And we got to get to the ball. 382.
On second down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
You draw quarters.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Switch it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Double dog. That's the way.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo on the screen. Yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check. Watch 54. It's our time, guys.
first down. Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, two. Check. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Recon, 132 fighter. I'm coming after you. Check.
Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Play fake, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 34 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on second and 10. Garoppolo. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. First and 10 right at the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. First and 10 right at the 20. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Garoppolo again here on second and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Garoppolo again. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers.
56. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Garoppolo drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
11. Hey, gun. Greystone, travel.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 22, Garoppolo going underneath. It's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the lot.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
49ers 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, we're good, we're good.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, yo.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
Check 50, check 50. 56 to Mike.
To throw, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Lock.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Here we go.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got you.
On second and 7, Garoppolo. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5-4. Man, I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, Ken!
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Gun.
56 to Mike.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
56.
Now on second and 13. Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
He's coming. We got double up.
Throwing, Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Johnson was the intended receiver. On first down, Coleman. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Cook, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, here's the run with Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up.
382, last 50. Here you go.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They run the counter with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
22-jet bombers.
Switch.
Out. Through. All right, now here we go.
Watch the shit. Hey.
They run the counter. Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Check 6 guard. Begin.
Cousins to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now Cousins. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this minute.